how to keep talking in part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. Some essential tips. Hi everybody, thank you for clicking. Now let's talk about part 2 of the speaking test. This is perhaps the most important part of the speaking test because it is where the examiner has some time to listen to the English that you speak and have a more certain decision about the scores that they are going to give you. If you do well in part 2, then you're going to increase your chances of a better score. If you do less well in part 2, then there's a good chance that your score could drop in some areas. The most important thing for part 2 is to keep speaking. And to do that, you need some ideas. I have some tips about what to say in part 2. Let's look at these, shall we? The biggest tip here is to use what, how, and why. The easiest thing to do is to start with what. When you talk about what related to the topic you are given, there are two things. You can describe the content or the features. For example, if you have to talk about a book that you read recently, what would refer to what the book is about? Or let's say your topic is a cafe that you often visit. Here, the what would refer to the features. What does the cafe look like? What are the interesting features of the cafe? Content and features. Start with that. For all of these things, it's a good idea to give at least 2 points and better 3 points. So, for example, the cafeteria, I said you want to describe what features that cafe has. Well, don't just describe one feature, try and think of 2 or 3 features. It could be the decoration inside the cafe, it could be the music they play, it could be the furniture they use, or the posters on the wall, anything you like. After you have used what, the next one is to use how. Now, how is a trigger for how do you feel about the topic. Of course, you can talk about the good things and the bad things, and you can also describe what you like. How do you feel? I like this, but I don't like that. So how is about good things and bad things, and things you like, things you don't like about it. Let's just look at the example of the book, a book that you read. How do you feel about the book? What did you like about the book? What did you not like about the book? Again, keep to this 2 or 3 point strategy and try and think of 2 or 3 points. These can be a mixture of positive and negative, or they could be all positive if you like. It's up to you. And then lastly, we have why. Of course, why are the reasons? So look at your topic and apply the why. If it is a book, of course, the why would be, why did you read it? Why did you buy the book? If it is a cafe, then your reasons would be, why do you go there? Once again, try and think of a minimum of 2 reasons. One reason is not enough because you need to keep talking. So make the most out of each trigger point that you have. So think of 2 or 3 reasons in your talk. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. They are 3 key trigger words that you can use to talk a lot about the topic you are given in part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. That is simply what, how, and why. Subscribe to the IELTS Breakthrough YouTube channel and get tips that will help you increase your IELTS score. We cover IELTS for the academic module, general training module and life skills. Keep watching for more videos.